City. This is Love TV's Evening News for Thursday, May 27th. Glad you could join us. I am Anju Gidwani.
And good evening, I am Patrick Jones. It was a rainy day over most of the country today, and concerns are raised over flood-prone areas in the south and west.
We'll talk with the experts coming up in the broadcast tonight. So let's start with a check of the stories that are making headlines today.
The Association of Evangelical Churches organizes a gun amnesty program.
Social security boards right across the country rolls into Belize City.
And NEMO prepares for possible flooding in parts of the country.
Details of these stories and more are coming up on the newscast tonight. But first, here is a word from our sponsors.
Last month, a 4-member consulting team completed a comprehensive review of the Protected Areas Conservation Trust. The review was in accordance with the Protected Areas Conservation Trust Act and was endorsed by the Ministry of Finance. The assessment began in December of 2009 and looked at the period April 1997 to March 2009. The analyst described PACT as stagnant due to internal weaknesses that prevent the institution from living up to its potential. The report highlights the fact that during the last 12 years, limited effort was focused on diversifying PAC's revenue base, thereby reducing the amount of available funding for financing protected areas. For this reason, the team advises that amendments be made to the PACT Act in order to support the strategic development of the institution. The report also highlights the fact that the opportunities available to PACT are important and powerful enough to support its development. According to a press release sent out by PACT, some key recommendations were used to inform their strategic plan for the next 5 years, and others are immediately being implemented.
The Belize Association of Evangelical Churches has organized a gun amnesty period which began this morning in Belize City. The 3 drop-off centers are Central Assembly of God on Freetown Road, Youth for the Future on Youth for the Future Drive, and CYDP on Northfront Street. Pastor Eugene Crawford from the Central Assembly of God told Love News that the centers are open from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon and provides a friendly atmosphere as possible.
We made an appeal for people to bring in guns. We believe that the appeal has been strong. We have been praying. We have been seeking the Lord about this. We're getting some good responses, and we're looking for the guys to cooperate. It is going okay so far. We are set. We are ready, and I think at least at one of our center, we have begun to collect guns. God is giving our country another chance, that things can be stabilized and that we can live a normal, happy life as Belizeans. No collection agents are pastors. We have no uniformed personnel, no questions asked, no names recorded, no picture taken, nothing, no interviews, whatever. You just bring your gun. We give you a nice package of things that can be used in the home. Clothes items, footwear, sneakers, shoes, blouses, pants, for both male and female. And that is it right there. Considering the present situation, we had to sit down and do soul searching. And we said that the best way to start really is to, have a series of prayers.
63-year-old fisherman Gerald Wesby Sr. was freed of several charges today. Wesby was charged with murder, dangerous harm, and use of deadly means of harm. The charges were struck out because the case file was not available, following several requests. The charges arose from an incident on September 23, 2009, in which 17-year-old Conrad Guzman was stabbed once in his chest while he was on Orange Street. According to an eyewitness report, Guzman was stabbed because he pushed Wesby, that is, against a wall and attempted to rob him. The eyewitness reported that Guzman told Wesby to hand over everything he had, and Wesby took out a knife and stabbed Guzman. The police reported that Wesby admitted he stabbed Guzman and said he did so because Guzman frequently harassed him for money and he was tired of it. Wesby had spent about 9 months in prison on remand.
31-year-old Albert Middleton, also known as Cracker, was found guilty of 2 counts of robbery and was sentenced to 8 years for each count. Middleton will serve a total of 16 years because Magistrate Sharon Fraser stipulated that the sentences are to run consecutively. The robberies occurred around 12:40 p.m. on September 9, 2009 at Miami Grocery located on Euphrates Avenue. The cashier at the store testified that a man of dark complexion, whom he identified as Milton, entered the store and pointed a gun at him and caused him to feel fearful. He said the gunman stole his gold and diamond ring valued at $500 and his cellular phone valued at $150. The cashier also testified that the gunman stole $400 from the cash register, the property of Jingesh Pinter, the owner of the store. Milton was detained late the same day. After the prosecution closed its case, Milton did not offer any defense. He chose to remain silent.
A bizarre incident was reported over the weekend in which a man died in the village of La Democracia in the Belize district. Reports are that there was a fight involving 2 men identified as Philip Estrada and Roosevelt Montez. According to police, Montez used a machete to chop Estrada on his left wrist. But while issuing the chop wound, 51-year-old Roosevelt Montez reportedly fell to the ground. He was helped to a bench on the veranda of the Roadway Inn, where he was later found dead. Montez's body is not at the morgue at the KHMH, where it awaits a post-mortem examination.
You're watching Love TV's Evening News. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.